Doubles and coffee. Well, Smallpin responded to the bullying allegations from when he was in St. Mary's College. Well, then Smallpin has just made his sources close to Smallpin, Reatate and the Express, a bunch of liars because they were trying to float the idea that Smallpin never had any interaction with young Imran Khan. After Imran Khan's sister made a Facebook post alluding to it, after TNT Mirror countless reports naming Stuart Smallpin young, after the principal made a statement, after Short Pants Calypsonian not only made a statement stating that the boy who was bullied was treated unfairly but sang a calypso on it too, Smallpin handlers and communication people decided to try to float through the Express the concept and idea that Smallpin never did that, he never did anything. But here comes Stuart Smallpin young on his Facebook page now. And let's see, sometimes the old adage is, if you really know your dotage, hush your mouth and don't say nothing. Because if you open your mouth, you remove all doubt. Well, Smallpin is a lawyer and he didn't even know to give himself advice to shut up. He come and put Smallpin young, at least one good thing, he didn't put it on the office of the Prime Minister, so we could thank the Lord for small mercies. He said, the issue of bullying in this country is unfortunately real and one that I take very seriously as a father and now as Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. Cool yourself, you are no Prime Minister and election call, and that kobo sweat you get, you will go back into the annals of history as the biggest kobo sweat ever. But you as a father take bullying seriously? Okay. It is deeply unfortunate, says Smallpin, that an incident which occurred when I was a teenage schoolboy has resurfaced. So are you trying to say at 17 years old, and for a sustained period, because you're talking about an incident? If you listen to Lasana Liebert and you read Lasana Liebert, who was a friend of Imran Khan at CIC for at least 5 years, he gave great details and said that it was ongoing from Form 1 till Imran Khan was in Form 5 and you were in Form 6. So it was not one incident. According to Lasana Liebert and other witnesses, it was persecution, it was torture, it was torment, it was continuous, it was constant, it was non-stop. So don't come and lie and say it was an incident. He continued as a teenage boy. Let me tell you something. Most people, especially male personalities, develop between the age of 6 and 13. Well, that's where your parents teach you, your parents bring you up, and that's who you are. So at 17, 16, 15, you are who you are, and you remain that way. Because this is not just one incident. Because just recently, you were in Parliament, and you bullied without provocation, without debate, without any issue being brought to the fore. You just decided to sit down in the Parliament and attack a lady who's a former Prime Minister, former Attorney General, the leader of the opposition, who told you nothing, who did not aggravate you, who did not attack you. You just saw her and started to bully her and call up, talk about Zami and disgusting comments. And then when your colleague, seizure convent girl Terence Dial Singh, was trying to tell you to stop, you bullied him and said, don't call my name, and you cuss him F. You feel we didn't listen? We listened to the tape because you bullied Terence, because anybody could see Terence. Look at Terence dance on the stage. Look at Terence excitement. Terence is a nerd. Terence is one of those. Terence would have been one of your victims back in the day. So it's not like it happened as a teenage boy and never happened again. You are the Zami man, you are the bully. You bully your own ministerial colleague and cuss him in the Parliament live on the mic. But he continued, this Smallpin, he said, it is deeply unfortunate that an incident which occurred when I was a teenage schoolboy has resurfaced. At least you admit that the incident occurred, unlike Reatate and the Express, in a way that does not allow for a full and fair discussion. This incident was traumatic for everyone involved. Oh, you're a victim now. You are a victim after you bully and persecute a boy who had a track record of total compliance, discipline, great behavior. But he reached the point where he took a baton, he used a weapon to beat you and bust open your head, and you run and fall in a dustbin terrier. Do you know how much persecution? Do you know how much pain and torture it had to go through to take a young man whose development and whose character was non-violent, for him to act out in that? That is provocation. That is persecution. But you are calling yourself a victim. All of us are crying. Oh, let us cry for you, you bully small pin. This incident was traumatic for everyone involved. People are shaped by their experiences, and I have no intention of minimizing anyone's feelings, even my own, on this matter. Some 33 years? Well, you've already minimized it. Because if you were a man, and if you're claiming that you were a little baby boy there, and you're different now, and you're not a bully, you're not a zammy man, you didn't just cuss the Alsing in the parliament, then you, a big man, would have said, I humbly apologize. I want to take this time. Imran, I'm sorry. I was immature. I was stupid. I was a spoiled brat. I was daddy's spoiled child. I didn't have a brain. But do you know something? I now understand why your speech in Woodford Square was so pathetic. Why you are such a dunce. Because your brain didn't develop. When daddy does everything for you, when daddy's spoiled child, and daddy give you fancy Mazda to drive to school, and you laugh at the poor children who taking taxi and so on, your brain does not develop, your cognitive skills don't develop, your personality doesn't develop, your character doesn't develop, your quick thinking doesn't develop. That explains why you're such a dunce, and your speech was so pathetic. Because daddy did everything for you. Because you said in your speech, because me and care to research you, your non-entity small pin, but you admitted that you came back in 1998 from studying law, wherever in Nottingham or in England somewhere. And you immediately got on a commission of inquiry in the airport to make tens of thousands of dollars, and you now land. You can't even read a law. You fresh out of Pampers or law school. And you so lucky daddy put you on the commission of inquiry to make money. You know how many intelligent, brilliant attorneys have to struggle to earn a brief, to go through the hard way, to make it work and to get bright. That's why they're good. But you remain a dunce because your father put you on commission of inquiry one time, and then he was on the off inquiry, and then you meet Rowley, you're trying to pretend you was a PNM all the time, not understanding that you only joined in 2014 after defending another bully, Rowley, and the email gave pathological lies. So your daddy thwarted your development. You should look at your father and chips, because he made you a dunce. He made you so dotish you're a lawyer and you didn't even know not to print this. The public's interest is not served by politicizing an issue as sensitive as bullying. Politicizing bullying. Bullying is a serious thing. It's politics that will change the culture of bullying. It's the politics of a prime minister who does not tolerate it and takes legislation to parliament to stop and curtail bullying, who works with tutor through the Minister of Education to ensure discipline and to put avenues of social workers and so on, guidance counselors inside to catch bullying early on, to provide guidance, counseling, psychologists and so on. That is how politics will work and impact and change a culture of bullying. But you are a bully just like Rowley. So bullying has pervaded our society because it starts at the top. You weren't the man who, when a media person asks you something, you just chups and walk off. That is arrogance. That is bullying. You are the same as when you were 17 in CIC. He continues that the thoughtful discussion and meaningful solutions. Let's focus on writing the next chapter in which we work to ensure that our schools are safe spaces where all children can feel protected and get the support that is needed. Don't worry, we will work on the next chapter. The next chapter won't involve you because the people will simply have a decision to make. Do they want our children to be guided by a bully who bullied and persecuted a young man to the point of him having no other choice but to be violent himself? Do you think they will choose you over a mother who loves children, a mother, a grandmother who has a prime minister, took care of children, children life fund, put more money into school, school sports, school pan, counselors with Tim Gopi Singh and Fazal Karim, and took care of our children? Our children performed better, discipline was higher. Who you think they will want to forge the next chapter in our children's lives? A bully in a fancy car who daddy had to give him everything? Or Kamala Prasad versus a woman who came up from poor beginnings, humble beginnings, and excelled brilliantly and topped her class from the country, not from elitism? Furthermore, he says, that is my commitment to Trinidad and Tobago. Why you don't commit to Trinidad and Tobago and talk the truth? How many people was it? You're talking about one incident like you're a victim? We hear from Lasana Laibird, we hear from Ramlaga and Imran Khan's friend, we hear from Nadia Khan, his sister, the torture and the pain that you brought. We also hearing that there was another little black boy with an afro who you bullied. I'll tell all you about that one next. And you pretending that you are coming here to be some prime minister. You bullied your way into the office of prime minister with your bully friend, Keith Christopher Rowley. You bullied your parliamentary colleagues from 9/11 to 21-0. You bullied the PNM party. You didn't use the convention. You didn't go up one man, one vote. You have abused the population. You bullied the population by using your PNM president Kangaloo to come and swear you in as prime minister. You wasted another $1 million on a whole swearing in just to call an election. But the election has been called, and I can tell you, bullies would not prosper. You could bully Dial Singh while he dance and jump up and down on a stage, but you can't bully Kamla. You can't bully the UNC. You can't bully Moonilal. You can't bully me. You can't bully Naked. You can't bully Jolene John. You can't bully the UNC and the entire population coming for you. And tell Ria Tate and your media who like to print lies. Why Asha Javid didn't write a story in The Guardian about this bullying? And why was she there in the event? Why were you rubbing her back? Are y'all in a deep, loving relationship? And she is the political editor of The Guardian. Guardian media, y'all are sick and corrupt, just like Smallpin and Asha Javid, who trying to lie and keep their relationship a secret. So she's in a loving relationship with a cabinet minister and now a selected prime minister. She is a person in public, publicly exposed person. So she have lots of questions to answer, and we'll be asking all of them. Asha Javid, from since 2014, you're printing lies on the UNC. There's a judgment against you in the case of the EMBD CEO, Sibalak Singh, where the judge called you a dishonest human being. You are dishonest just like Rowley, just like the man you love who you lie down and see on your back a sanction clause after the contract was consummated. So, blessings. Smallpin, you should have hushed, because now the whole country knows. 1, the incident occurred. 2, that you are a bully. 3, you brought pain to other people's children. 4, you are elitist whose father, daddy did everything for him, including taking him into prime minister. That's what your daddy did. Go and hug up your daddy. The rest of us will vote for a woman who brought herself up on her own bootstraps, who worked hard and cares about other people. She will handle our children. She will take care of our children. She will support the teachers and the workers and stop bullying. We will remove the bullies. All you just bully Farley in Tobago. All you open my airport and didn't let the chief secretary speak. What do you think that is? You're talking about when you were 17, you and Rowley are bullies now. And you will not bully this population, because you have to pass through me. You have to pass through all of we in the UNC and the entire population. We are Imran. All of us together are Imran Khan.